If you've been playing Lost Ark and you're wondering what are these ability stones that you've been collecting, then we're going to show you exactly what they are, how you use them, and why they're a very important part of your build going forwards into the endgame. So make sure to click like down below and subscribe because we have lots more content on the channel explaining other things about the endgame that makes your life so much easier if you're playing. So we'll start it off by talking about what are these ability stones. They're essentially an item that is somewhat like an accessory that grants you a huge amount of vitality as well as a lot of engraving points that go towards the different engraving perks that can power your character up dramatically. They'll come in 4 different rarities as you progress through the endgame, and each rarity will offer you extra attempts at unlocking the engraving points to activate those perks. At a very top level, these engraving perks offer a wide range of different bonuses that you need to achieve a certain amount of engraving points to activate level 1, 2 or 3 of the perk. So the ability stones are a very good source of getting these points in the actual engraving perk that you want. Each ability stone will have 2 engraving perks on them, as well as a red third perk that's actually a negative engraving. So overall they are stones that will offer a chunk of vitality more as you get higher into the rarities, as well as 2 positive and 1 negative engraving. And for all of these reasons, they're a very core part of your build going forwards, as they make you more survivable and also, depending on your engraving choices, have much more damage or tankiness or support capabilities. These can be obtained from a variety of sources, from buying them off other players in the auction house to a lot of the endgame content activities like abyssal dungeons, chaos dungeons, guardian raids, exchanging them for powders of mystery, and even your daily and weekly tasks. So now let's talk about where you can get these ability stones cut to activate them, as well as how this process works and what you want to be doing to maximize the odds of getting the perks that you want versus not getting the negative perk, the red engraving at the bottom. The NPC that you want to look out for in order to cut these stones will be at the blue diamond icon on the minimap, found in a large majority of the cities, and in Vern Castle you can find him here. So once you've made it to the NPC and you've selected the ability stone that you want to cut, first you have to make a decision: do you want to actually cut it or do you want to sell it? Because you can sell them before cutting, but not after. If you decide to go ahead and use them for your character, then once you click on them, you'll be granted with a screen like this, where you can see the 2 engraving perks that are blue at the top, these are the good ones, and the red bad one at the bottom. You'll also have a success rate on the screen that you can see that will go up and down depending on if you succeed or fail an attempt at the different points shown by these notches underneath the engravings. You'll also see at the bottom that if you successfully facet a number of these different engraving points, then you'll actually get bonus vitality for the number of times that you are successful, or lucky, as it is RNG based. So if you end up being very lucky, not only will you get all of the engraving points that you want, but you'll also get extra vitality, which means you'll be even tankier. So now we need to talk about the success rate numbers, because you will be greeted by a 75% success rate at the beginning, and this will either go up or down by 10% if you succeed or fail an attempt. If you succeed, it will go down; if you fail, it will go up. However, it will not go below 25% or above 75%. So you'll always have a minimum of 25% chance and a maximum of 75% chance. Remember that each chance will also need silver, so it will cost a little bit of money in order to do this process. So in order to ensure that you will get the perks that you want, which are the blue ones, and not get the red perk with the negative stats, you essentially want to make sure that you are using the percentages to your advantage. Because the success rate moves in intervals of 10, it will always be either 75, 65, 55, 45, 35 or 25. Essentially anything that's 55% or higher is in your favor, so you want to use that on your desired engravings. Whereas when it falls to 45% or lower, which is then in your disadvantage and you're more likely to fail it, you want to use it on the red perk and hope that it does actually fail. By doing this, you put the odds of failing in the bad perk, which will then boost the percentage back up so that you can use it in the positive perk. All of the engravings that can roll on these stones will be different each time you obtain a different ability stone, so there is an element of RNG in finding the right stone and then getting lucky with cutting it. You can also dismantle them to get powders of mystery that you can then trade to get unidentified stones to try your luck again. And that's it, that is ability stones explained. Now you guys know what they are and how you can best use it to your advantage. And if you are wondering about other systems in Lost Ark, we've got plenty of content on the channel on screen now that you can click to further your knowledge and give you an edge in game.